5 seconds.
So from that last game, I would assume OD gets banned. I thought OD should have been banned the first time. They go straight away for Nyx Assassin, which makes sense, but I think the Radiant should respond with OD. They do not want to let Brex get his hands on that hero yet again. It is such a strong hero right now, especially in the hands of someone who knows what they're doing. There's the ban. Sand King and Tide often get banned. Instead, we saw Shadow Shaman and Ogre. Both those heroes may still be banned. Shadow Shaman is a very, very good hero at the moment, and Tom is quite proficient on the hero. So maybe Radiant should be considering a Shadow Shaman ban. It's Radiant's turn to try and get some revenge. Maybe Roids won't be playing Morphling this time and will go for a more standard carry hero. Mars banned yet again. Okay, they really are scared of the Mars. I guess Tim and Roids can both play Mars. Even Veteran can play Mars. We've got 3 Mars players. Shadow Shaman banned again. I think it makes sense. I now have the option of Ogre Magi if they really wanted it, but they also have heroes such as Sand King, Tidehunter, and Jakiro. Jakiro for Draken.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
First pick. We're already dipping into reserve time just a little bit. I wonder who the first pick is going to be. If Ogre was banned, I wonder if they now are going to prioritize that hero or not. And they do. Yeah, okay. So I guess the ban did make sense last time. It's a very straightforward, solid hero, Ogre Magi. And it goes well with buffing those strong core players. So we shall see what they can do with it. Witch Doctor. That's a standard veteran opener, if I've ever seen one. It's a very good laning hero, which has got a nice right-click animation and high damage to the Maledict. Now you've got Oracle for Debate Mail. He is drafting, so it does make sense. It's nice to have save. You saw how powerful save can be. Brex had save in the last game. So of course he was playing OD, and he managed to save quite a lot of his team by using Astral Imprisonment. Oracle has a different kind of save, the delayed damage that doubles the healing. We are now using the other bit of reserve time to think of a hero to go with Witch Doctor. Will they just go for another support? In which case, you've picked all 4 of the supports this early in the draft within the first 4 picks, which I'm not always a massive fan of, because then you can't pick supports around the cores that you have. Like, what if you want a core who really needs a ranged hero and you're stuck with Ogre Magi or something like that? But it is a safe, pretty standard way to play the game. Using quite a bit of reserve time on pick number 2. I guess it's quite a difficult pick because you've not built your lineup yet, so you don't know what goes with it. They go for Treant Protector. Interesting, we don't see a lot of Treant. Definitely an interesting hero.
Radiant team ban.
Now the bans come out. Sand King banned yet again, even though Sand King was on the losing team, still a strong hero. I'm guessing Tidehunter ban might come out. Pretty standard. 4 supports being picked though. So it's just cores left to be picked. Monkey King being banned. Okay, it means they may be thinking of some sort of melee offlaner. But most offlaners do tend to be melee. Ursa being banned as well. Good anti-melee hero. I don't think you need to worry so much about Ursa if you've got Oracle, because you can always just disarm him, and then he's pretty useless. Ursa can't do anything when he's not hitting you. Little bit of damage from Earthshock, and that is it.
Seconds remaining.
What other really popular cores are out at the moment? I don't think Lycan is going to be banned. And Ollie is in the game, but Enigma went through. So Enigma is definitely an option, and the highest win rate in Divine at the moment. Which I find quite odd, because Enigma is a very situational hero, because quite a lot of ways for Black Hole to be cancelled in general. But I guess it's his ability to lane and just continually deny range creeps throughout the entire laning stage, it really puts the enemy core quite far behind, especially if you can't kill the Eidolons to make up for it. Anti-mage being banned as well.
10 seconds remaining.
And Clinks. Okay, so quite similar bans. Now we're thinking about an actual core. Will they start with POS 3s just to play it safe? Tidehunter still in the pool if you want a really, really safe offlaner. You may want someone to combo with Treant Protector. You could go something a little bit more unusual. There's Puck, POS 3, quite popular right now.
5 seconds remaining.
You got some old classics like Veno, but I don't think you want to play Veno into Oracle. Centaur Warrunner. Pango, okay. Good hero. Very mobile. Pretty high burst damage as well. Not bad from a swashbuckle, especially if you go the Javelin route. Not sure who'll be playing Pango. Not sure. Is it Tim? Tim plays quite a lot of offlane. I think Tim Pango we've seen before. So I just think it's been so much Miles and Ollie Pango, and before that there was a bit of Decayer Pango too when he was in the in-houses. So you have some players who are very, very well known for their Pangos, and Ollie has kind of added his list to that, name to that list. So the Dire might think about counters to Pango, but you can't pick Bane and you cannot pick Grimstroke because you've already picked both your supports, so you have to go for something else instead. They go for Wraith King. Okay, I think Wraith King may struggle a little bit against Pango because you can get disarmed easily, you can't chase him. But I guess Wraith King is still a good hero at the moment. I'm not sure what's happened to his win rate. Should we just have a sneak peek at Wraith King's win rate? Wow, looks like it's fallen quite a lot actually. Wraith King was one of those heroes with one of the highest win rates at 56% in Herald, and it pretty much consistently dropped all the way down to 50.5% when you hit Divine. So that is a hero which clearly is better at lower ranks. So maybe that says something about the hero. They've gone for Phantom Assassin. I think Phantom Assassin does make sense because Wraith King relies very much on just getting those strong right clicks off, and Phantom Assassin has 50% evasion, which goes up to 85% with the talent. Wraith King then has to build an MKB, which isn't the most common item. They've gone for Dark Seer, which is an interesting hero. You can pick it obviously on the Dire because Oracle is on your team as well. Dark Seer laning against Phantom Assassin. Phantom Assassin can last hit with the dagger, so it doesn't have to be in melee range of the creeps, but I think Darkseer is going to be able to farm pretty easily in that lane. Phantom Assassin Witch Doctor does have some kill potential, but PA's damage is a little bit lackluster in the early game, especially before you hit sort of level 12 when the crit starts to actually hurt. Maybe you pick up your first damage item, Battle Fury or Desolator.
Seconds remaining. Radiant team banned.
So some more mids being banned. Puck, Death Prophet, Bloodseeker. Ollie could be running Bloodseeker mid. Ollie's played a lot of Bloodseeker. It's good against Pango. That's another one of those counters. You just ult him and then he can't roll. He has to stop rolling, or he'll just roll to his death. So that's to instantly counter his ultimate.
10 seconds remaining.
I think there might be room for another Queen of Pain
5
if either team wanted it. I can't see the Dire team being particularly threatening. Maybe something to go with the Darkseers. Darkseers obviously got the vacuum to pull all the enemy heroes together. Then you just need a hero who can make the most of everyone being grouped up. Puck would be good, but they in fact banned it themselves. So what other mid heroes are good with that?
10 seconds
Someone a little bit assassiny as well. I'm just trying to think of heroes in mid that have high amounts of damage, basically. And the Dire go for Ember Spirit. That's the one. Yeah, that would be a good one. High physical damage. Sleight of Fist into the vacuum. Pop the Searing Chains. Do another Sleight of Fist at level 25 because you get 2 charges. Maybe Battle Fury, Ember Spirit. Probably a little bit overkill. But yeah, it's a strong hero. It's got some catch. He could play at the Yule's Maelstrom sort of more mid-hero assassin-y early game build. rather than the all-in right-click damage that you can get the big sleight of fist. But we'll see how he decides to build. I'm trying to think who would play the Ember Spirit. I'm guessing it's going to be played by Ollie, and it's going to be played in the mid lane, but we will have to find out. Radiant now know it's Ember Spirit, so they're thinking about maybe needing some extra lockdown because their team doesn't have a lot of reliable lockdown. Void Spirit is okay, maybe not the greatest hero against Ember Spirit. In lane it's a little bit tough for the Void Spirit, but it's okay. Ember Spirit is good against Queen of Pain, so you wouldn't want that. Lina doesn't really have enough mobility. You're going to need someone a little bit more mobile with a bit more reliable crowd control. I'm trying to think which mid hero really fits that bill. Without a list of heroes, it's quite hard to do it off memory. And here we go, and the last pick. Timbersaw, interesting. So, high damage, good against Wraith King. But the Dire team only have one strength hero. The rest of the heroes are, well, 3 int heroes and 1 agi hero. It's actually Brex playing the Ember Spirit and Ollie on the Dark Seer. Not sure about the Timber. I like Timbersaw as a hero. He's got high damage, he's very hard to kill. But I'm just a little bit worried about the crowd control on the Radiant. However, if Phantom Assassin gets fed enough, I think he'll have no problem just blinking in and soloing heroes like Oracle, Ogre, and Darkseer in no time flat. So definitely some potential from both teams. Just depends how fed Roids gets. I think the Radiant are once again relying very heavily on their POS 1. Whereas the Dire, let's say Tom's Wraith King doesn't have a good start because he's struggling against Timbersaw, which will be tough for him. If Brex is doing well, then it's going to be fine. You've still got Ember Spirit to carry you through the early game. Bit hard to get that sort of same carry through the Timber unless the Timber's absolutely dominating the game. And it is Tim Pango. $690 points bet, of course. Okay, so some points have gone onto the Dire team, putting their faith yet again in the winning team from last game. Start with the Roids cam this time and work our way down. So going in reverse. That's exactly how Brex laughs, isn't it? Maybe he is Ember Spirit IRL. Doesn't look like there are any interesting shenanigans in the level 1 fight. One of the weaknesses with Darkseer is that he is very weak at level 1 unless you have a hero like Spirit Breaker or Bounty Hunter to put the Iron Shell on. And you've got an Oracle with you. POS 4 Oracle? The Darkseer, he just wants to be shelling the creep wave. Royd's hiding under his tower. He is really hiding, actually digging himself a little tunnel using his Quelling Blade. I don't know where he's planning to go. But anyway, he is building his own path. Actually being that scared of Darkseer. It's because Radiant brought 3 heroes into the top lane, but Tom still manages to take the rune. Tim is going in aggressive, swashbuckle onto Tom, but Tom just runs away. Does take a little bit of damage. Rank 1 Maledict doesn't hurt too much. That last tick, let's see how much damage it does. About another 40 damage. So maybe it was a 200 magic damage nuke, but Tom's just going to pop a tango and walk back into base. And Dire managed to get 3 of the bounties. Looks like Royd is left a little bit alone at the moment. Owen kind of just traipsing through the mid lane. You've got already six stacks of that reactive armor up, and you've got the Treant Protector who'll have the living armor to give you that bonus armor and heal. Brex is going to make a lot of use out of the Flame Guard this game. It absorbs magic damage, and Timber does no magic damage at all. Pure damage, and pure damage. So Brex, I think, is going to have a good time in mid lane using the Flame Guard. Bit of aggression going on to debate mode. He only has rank 1 Fortune's End, but he is going to be okay. However, Darkseer managing to get some farm and some last hits. This is absolutely what the hero needs. Darkseer has one of the worst early games of any hero, potentially, but one of the strongest late games. Giving your core haste movement speed, making them unable to be slowed. The vacuum, the wall, creating clones of the entire enemy team. It's very, very strong. We've got 13 viewers in chat at the moment, but not a lot of people willing to predict. Looks like Radiant still won't have a prediction on them. Drakken's taking quite a lot of hits, but rank 1 Maledict is really not very strong. Tim, he goes forwards, uses the nice disarm coming out, that lucky hit, lucky shot. But the swashbuckle doesn't land onto Draken. If it did, they might have got a kill, but instead they're just going to get a kill on Tom. The power of that Orb of Venom and the right click coming out from the Witch Doctor. Now he has the stun and Maledict. Really what he needs is level 3. Draken, I'm not entirely sure what you think you're going to achieve here. A couple of hits on Kinder Surprise. He knows he's fine. He's still got 2 mangoes in case he wants to use any of his spells, but they are very expensive in the early game. Draken actually does mango for it. Was that worth it? I mean, how much does it do in damage? Only 100 damage. Yes, it does hit 2 targets for 110 mana, but 100 magic damage is not a lot. Ollie having to salve up. Looks like he was taking quite a lot of damage here. Owen punching for 94 damage a hit. With Orb of Venom and Windlace. So he's fast and he hits hard. And he's spamming the heal onto Roids, giving him 60 health each time, 5 base armor. Doesn't help a lot against the Iron Shell, unfortunately. And the Stifling Dagger is used to get the last hits. Ollie actually running in himself with the Iron Shell. He's got to be very careful here, but he just uses the Surge, only costs 50 mana, and he is out of there.
The unthinkable has happened.
Let's have a look how mid lane is going. Brex, he is very low, but he does have the bottle now, using his second shared tango. Veteran has rushed a cloak, so that will keep him safe against the Flame Guard. Also the Searing Chains, which does a little bit of damage. Looks like a bit of a scuffle in the top lane. Draken, he is chasing Kinder Surprise. Manga for the stun. Jabate Mill will get the kill. Dire had to rotate 3 heroes top. Tim does not have mana for Swashbuckle. If he did, that would have been a kill. He is going to continue his journey to get Orb of Corrosion. Draken just finds a free kill on Tim's courier. Fortune's End. Going to get a nice long route onto Tim. He is gaining +5 armor, which definitely helps. Mango for the Swashbuckle, and he will be out of there. Rex fighting Veteran. I'm not sure Veteran really cares that much. He has 26 health regen, so much armor. Rex barely scratching him with Sleight of Fist. As you can see, basically doing no damage. Unfortunately, he does miss his Searing Chains. No Searing Chain yet, not Searing Chain. The other chain. It's chain versus chain. Timber chain from the Timbersaw. Let's have a look at the farm. 27 last hits on the Timbersaw. So maybe the Timber pick was a lot better than I thought it was. He is 9 last hits ahead of the Ember Spirit mid. Whereas Phantom Assassin doing a bit better than Wraith King, but Wraith King has a much earlier ability to catch up on farm because of the skeletons. Something you don't have on PA. PA is really at the mercy of getting an item like Battle Fury or just being ahead. Otherwise PA cannot farm that quickly. Stifling Dagger, not really that useful for jungle camps. And Blink Strike is limited in effectiveness too. Owen, only level 2, but that's all he really needs. Triad doesn't need to be a massively high level. Eventually get level 6 for the ultimate, which is always nice. Another fight going on top. This time, it looks like Draken will die to the Maledict. Yeah, one more tick and he is going to go down. There we go. 148 magic damage from the last tick. Kinder will finally get a kill there. Tom managing to hit level 5, however. 3 points in Vampiric Spirit, so it's a lot of lifesteal to help him survive in lane. But of course, it means he can stack up more skeletons. I think it's up to 6 skeletons now, maximum. Wow, actually popping the scare, just trying to do a bit of damage, but immediately they turn around, throw the stun and the maledict. I think Tom regrets that. Look how much damage he's taking. More right clicks, more right clicks, more right clicks. Maledict is definitely going to find the kill. And there it is. Another kill. The tip, the BM from Tinder. Jabema will find a courier kill. It looks like Ollie managed to get a kill onto Royce. That might have been because of Jabema just running in, but Royce losing his courier and dying. Not ideal for your pos one. That looks like Owen's in a bit of trouble as well. Trying to keep himself alive by standing inside his nature's grasp. Ollie with the surge, trying to find him. However, Owen has activated his nature's skies. You have to not take damage for 3 seconds before it activates. Timbersaw with 44 last hits. He is so far ahead already. Having a great time. Doing a lot of damage to Brex. Brex with one of the slowest remnants I've ever seen. The last veteran does not have the chain, so cannot go any further. Debate mail. Not really causing veteran any problem. One more right click. Oh, it doesn't quite get it. Maybe he's thinking about using the chakra, and Brex trying to do as much damage as he can, but veteran again, he's just too tanky. Does have a soul ring if he wants it, but he's on 30 health regen, maxing, completely maxing the reactive armor. And now he's going for the Eternal Shroud. I think is a good item against the enemy team. They definitely have plenty of magic damage, and the mana regen is quite good for Timber. Lots of fighting this game too, but a lot less kills. Not a lot happening in the bot lane. Ollie did manage to find himself a kill, but now he is just farming up as much as he can. Another attempt better to get a kill in the mid lane. Bema has turned up. There is nowhere near enough damage to kill veteran. Kinder's surprise will find yet another kill. Draken is going to go down. Tim just a hair away from level 6 as well. Kinder's surprise managed to get level 5 on the Witch Doctor, so 3 points in the Maledict. Scales very well, that ability. Veteran just stacking up reactive armor stacks. Making himself practically immortal. I mean, Sleight of Fist just tickles him at this point. Adds 80 bonus hero damage, but doesn't matter when you can get up to 30 armor. Or around that. But we're thinking about an attack on Jabema. Owen is running in. Goes for a punch. Gonna back off, taking a little bit of damage. Royds goes in, tries to get Jabema. Out comes the wall from Ollie, but it's not going to do a lot. He does not have a vacuum. So no follow-up on the wall. But he manages to get Surge, and he runs away. Maledict was put on him, but not enough damage after that. But Royds will be happy to get a kill to his name. He's going to go for Battle Fury, but first went for his own Orb of Corrosion. Quite a nice item for PA. Because the Orb of Venom slow does allow you to stick to targets. Even if you do have a slow already coming out from the Stifling Dagger, it does not last a very long time. Only going up to 4 seconds. So that constant Orb of Corrosion and the minus armor definitely gives you an early game edge. Doesn't have any boots yet. Oh, we're going to Brex now. He's just going to keep himself alive. Bentwell can also save him as well if he wants, using the Fate's Edict. But Brex, he's just going to absorb the magic damage thanks to the power of Flame Guard, which goes up to a 500 magic damage absorb shield. Kinder is being healed up. A lot of bonus armor thanks to Owen. And Brex, he is quite low on mana. Oh, Jabema, he does just able to find a kill. The Purifying Flames Fortune End combo. A lot of burst damage. Always has been. Tim, he is really bullying Tom. Tom does not even have his ultimate. I feel like he may decide to get it soon because he definitely has the skill point for it. Again, he nearly died from the Swashbuckle. 30 HP. He now has a Hand of Midas. So Tom went Midas, got it in 10 minutes time. Sorry, 10 minutes is when he obtained that item. Net worth, we got 3 Radiant Heroes on top. In fact, we've already got a 3k lead despite only being 2 kills ahead. That is because the Timber and surprisingly the PA have done so well this game with farm. At least comparatively they have. Here's Ollie, punches the courier, punches it again, using your courier to a Dark Seer, but Surge has been used. Ollie's going to use the wall to try and keep himself alive, trying to disrupt the enemy team. He does now have access to Surge, but Kinder Surprise turns up. They get the stun off. There's no way Ollie lives there. Actually turns around and manages to get a cheeky kill onto Owen. So a 3 versus 1. And he managed to walk out with a kill. I think Ollie can be happy with that one. However, Roids is the core, and he is now able to farm. Tim, he does have his ultimate if he needs it. Jabetmo trying to keep himself alive. He's got 11 seconds. It does double the amount of healing. But it's only 8 seconds trying to get a kill. Tim, run out of mana. And Roids will get the kill. There's a stack there. Roids could think about farming it, but decided not to. He's going Battle Fury before upgrading his boots, which I think is a smart idea. Get the early Battle Fury up. Bit of a dive going on in the mid lane. It's more like veteran, just being endlessly aggressive and just marching in. Glyph has been used. I know Brex will want to get that tower deny. There's the TP in yet again. In mid lane, his best friend, the Oracle. Try to get it. There it is. Deny from Jabetmo. The tower denied. That means the Dire team get a little bit of gold from the tower. Radiant still do, but half as much as they would have done. So kind of cancelling out the tower kill, which is nice. It'd be nice in a way if Radiant won this, because then it would be 1-1. But I think the Dire still have a good chance. Kinder Surprise is just being chased by Ollie. Literally just walking beside him. Iron Shell doing 90 damage per second. A salve is going to be used by Kinder. He cowers under the tower. Oh, and he's going to take a lot of damage. Draken is only level 4 though, so not a lot of damage coming out from here. Kinder doing a massive ultimate. It's going to be 1 kill. He's actually going to find a 2nd kill onto Jabetmo. Kinder playing so well on the Switch Doctor in the early game. Fantastic positioning behind the tower, managing to find a kill with the Death Ward. And some nice tips onto Kinder. Surprise. Royd's still building his Battle Fury. Looks like he has the Claymore part coming out, so he's not too far away from it. Probably an extra minute and a half and he'll have it. Looks like a fight going on in the bot lane. Owen gets low. Doesn't quite die to Draken. He's still only level 5 on this Ogre Magi. He is just sitting there waiting to die. Very sad when you're in that position. And we'll look at the hero levels. So Draken is only unfortunately level 5. Level 6 on the Oracle means he does not have max rank Purifying Flames either. Radiant with the lead because they have a level 11 Timbersaw and a level 10 Phantom Assassin. 5k net worth lead already. Quite significant. And that's only going to get worse when the PA finally manages to get a Battle Fury. The perfect item for farming on that hero. A hero who really badly needs it. There's a bit of a fight in the bot lane. Ollie is having to run. His wall is not on cooldown. Jabetmo trying to get a kill onto Owen. Not quite able to find it. Will he find a kill on Kinder? Yes, he does. But however, Kinder gets a kill on Ollie, which is a really big kill. Brex taking a lot of damage. Has no remnants, but he is a fast enough hero. Jabetmo may turn around and try to kill Owen. In fact, it's definitely possible. Not quite enough. Didn't manage to get the Purifying Flames off, so Owen will live. And yet another kill goes the way of the Radiant. Timber really needs someone to do magic damage to him so he can benefit from the internal shroud. I'm not sure who's going to be that person for him. Wraith King just farming it up. Tom 0-2-0, but he did max out his skeleton ability first and managed to get a Midas, so he'll slowly climb up on the network, but he is still behind 3 Radiant cores. Tim being the 3rd one. Did go for the Javelin. Went for a Ring of Health. I'm guessing just a casual Ring of Health. Timber, why are you under the tier 1 tower? I guess he really doesn't care. He can be where he wants. No one's going to stop him. So much health regen. Look, the tower can't even take his health down. It's just giving him constant 24 stacks of reactive armor.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Never refuse good.
Rex trying his best to farm up. He's actually poorer than I thought he would be. And Jabetmo, he's going to get taken out by Roids. Roids the POS 1, but deciding to go top lane, which probably caught Jabetmo a little bit off guard. In the end, it is Phantom Assassin, the hero.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Oh, that's got to hurt. Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack. Oh, that's got to hurt. Dire's
So Radiant applying pressure yet again. Is this going to be proof that Radiant always win no matter what? Because it feels like it's heading that way. Going Lotus Orb, next item on Timbersaw. That does allow you to get out of the chains. Allows you to dispel Oracle's debuffs, saves you against the Ogre, stops Wraith King stunning you. Doesn't do a lot against Darks here, but it's good against the rest. Ole now, he's going to take quite a lot of damage. He does have Surge, but he gets held in place by Owen. Drops the Mechanism, and gets actually ulted by Debate Mail, but he's still taking a lot of damage. Kinder Surprise trying to keep himself alive using the Glimmer Cape. Is going to be found by Debate Mail, who will get the kill on him. I think a kill on Ollie is maybe worth a little bit more. I'm just happily farming in the safe lane, going straight away MKB because he knows he needs to be able to kill that Phantom Assassin at some point. But Royd's with the Battle Fury, 600 gold, just farming it up. Will he go Sanjin Yasha on PA? You tend not to, you tend to go for Desolator, so that's probably what's going to happen. Tim's showing that he has a Maelstrom, which does help him farm and is a high damage item. Or level 7 Ogre Magi. I guess at least he has max Fire Blast ready for the multicast. But have a look at net worth. The Radiant supports definitely have a bit of an advantage in gold. You've got already a Meteor Hammer up from Owen. And Kinder Surprise has the full Glimmer Cape. Whereas the Ogre has not even Arcane Boots. And that's pretty much the only item that Debate Mail has. So he's getting closer. Meteor Hammer being used to help push the tier 2 already. Veteran able to tank the tier 2. Almost fully tank the damage. Meteor Hammer on a 10-second cooldown. They'll use it again to do a bit more tower damage. And another Meteor Hammer. The glyph is available, so they could use the glyph if they wanted to. Doesn't look like they're that keen on it though. Kinder Surprise gets the Maledict off. No, he doesn't. The Maledict actually was dodged by Brex just about. For the Radiant, they are still determined to get that tier 2 tower down. If they can get it killed before 20 minutes, it means they can steal the outpost, and that will put them in a really good position. Already 8,000 gold ahead. Would be nice to increase the XP lead as well. Oh, unfortunately, Tim missing with the swashbuckle completely. Owen getting up yet a third Meteor Hammer on the mid tower. He's pretty much the sole force pushing this tower at the moment, but he will need a few more Meteor Hammers to bring it down. Eternal Shroud being popped from Veteran, restoring him to full mana. Royd actually finds Ollie. It doesn't get any crits, which is quite unlucky. As a TP in is Debate Mail, but Ollie is not in a great place. If Roy's had one more crit, that would be a kill. Debate Mail having to drop his ult onto Ollie just in case. I think Royd, he's bitten off a little bit more than he can chew. Tries to get a kill on Debate Mail. If he had a crit onto Brex, the splash damage may have been enough. And Roy's will unfortunately go down. So big kill on Royd's 4-time streak ended, and you're killing the strong core of the Radiant team. Veteran still going in aggressively. Maybe will kill Debate Mail, does not aim the shotgun correctly. He is being stunned by many heroes, but he gets some bonus armor coming as if he needed any more, and some health regen. And that is going to be one dead Wraith King. However, he can come back to life, but now he has to come back to life. He's stuck inside Nature's Grasp. Gets ulted as well. The GG tree goes down from Veteran, Seeking Chain to it. He is going to be on a killing spree. They still wanted to take down a tier 2 tower and before taking the outpost, but they've just missed it. Tim, swashbuckle to it. No, they're a little bit too late, so the Dire will manage to pick up the 350 XP per hero. But nevertheless, tier 2 is down, and now they have outpost control, taking even more vision off the map for the Dire team. You can see this is what the Dire team can see. Very, very little is the answer. Nothing in their jungle, apart from this kind of sort of weird sliver here. Whereas the Radiant, very aggressive wards. Ollie has gone for the Guardian Greaves first item. Definitely provides a lot of heal, and there are some things to dispel. I'm not sure what other item he could have gone for. I think Ollie going Guardian Greaves is not a problem. Brex did go for the Maelstrom build. He is 102. But the farm is the main difference. Look how farm the Radiant team are. They are really far ahead. You've got the full Lotus Orb on the Timbersaw. 46 armor. We're 21 minutes into the game only. And there is 46 armor on the Timbersaw. I mean, how are you going to bring him down? He does have the Lotus Orb if he needs to use it. Also the Eternal Shroud, which does absorb 400 magic damage. That's not a hero you're going to take down easily. Lots of magic resistance and has an absolute ton of armor. Kinder Surprise though, taking a lot of damage from Brex. Brex is charging into Kinder Surprise. Malzik has gone down to Brex. He's got to be careful. Nearly instantly dies. Dagger is still going at him. And Jabetma, he is just going to TP out. Never mind, he just gets killed. And now Drekken, even though he has managed to de-ward, there's no way he escapes this. And Roids will pick up another kill. And has his full Desolator now. Desolator and Battle Fury, that's giving the PA a lot of damage.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. I feel sad for them.
Ollie getting the Surge off, so going to be okay. The minus armor stacks from Orb Corrosion and Desolator as far as I am aware. That makes 9 minus armor. Then there's another 3 minus armor that can come out from the talent. So 12 minus armor on a hero who doesn't have a lot built in. And a hero who does purely physical damage. And we're going for the early Roche. Why not? Got the heroes to tank it. We got double damage on the Phantom Assassin. Already got the lifesteal coming out from Success Mask. Very nice item to get early game. The Dire have scan. Ollie is here. Vacuum and wall. Out comes the wall. Does get the vacuum as well. There's a lot of illusions, but it's just not enough. Kinder nearly goes down, but the illusions do not do enough to matter at the moment. And Brex gets instantly deleted. That is his first death, I believe. Jabetma trying to keep himself alive, having to false promise himself. There is no way he survives this. Let's get another kill from Jabetma. Trying to get a kill onto Kinder. He does not have the power, especially because Glimmer Cape gives him 15% more magic resist. And I really don't know what the Dire need to do now. Maybe some more smoking and some ganking. Because when it comes to the farming war, they're not going to win. The Wraith King might have Midas and the Skeleton talents, or just having the Skeleton is not a talent. Nearly got MKB. It's only about 200 gold away. But I feel like he's not strong enough to stand up to this Timbersaw. Timbersaw happened to be the perfect pick. They have such a tanky frontliner who does a lot of damage and just cannot be dislodged. Look, he can tank the tier 3 tower. You've also got Meteor Hammer from Owen, which was an early pickup. Standard for Triumph, but look how helpful that is. 23 minutes in and we're already taking the racks. Tier 2 tower's still up in the bot lane, so they can't go for the Megas already. Bit of damage coming out from Brex, but it's just really not enough. Heals for days in the Radiant. You've got heals coming out from Kinder, heals coming out from Owen. That, never mind, was a lot of damage, but there is Aegis on Owen. On Royd, sorry. Veteran taking a lot of damage. Does have Lotus Orb. Going to shield himself too. Reflecting a lot of spells. Out comes the Guardian Boost from Ollie, healing up his team. Tim running around, but taking quite a lot of tier 4 tower hits behind him. The whole Radiant team needs to back off because they are so low on HP. That's exactly what they're going to do, but the Dire wants to chase. Brex is coming. This is the Remnant. Royce thinks about going in. I mean, at the end of the day, Royce does have the Aegis. So even if they burst him down, he's coming back to life. And he will finally get brought down. But Tim doing so much damage. Tom still has his ultimate, gets disarmed, so he's going to go down. Look at Royce. He goes for Brex, jumps straight across the battlefield, then goes for Jabetma as the second kill. Looks like Ollie will be the third. He hasn't been medallioned. Owen picking up the medallion, a very intelligent option. Tom will manage to find a kill on the Tim. I'm not entirely sure that's the greatest place to be, Owen. Giving your life away for a Meteor Hammer on the racks. But Royd still at large, gets a kill on Drekken. And Tom now has no ultimate for 100 seconds. Royd's trying to get a kill onto Brex. Nearly kills Brex instantly, but has to be careful. Vacuumed in place and actually goes down. MKB ready on Tom. That is an important kill. They managed to protect their racks. Very, very low. But nevertheless alive. This is going to be a kill on Veteran. Yes, it is. Tom gets another kill. These are some massive kills for the Dive. If they needed a comeback, this is the one. Kinder Surprise, he is low. Keeping himself alive. Trying to get a bit of heal up, but it's only rank 1 heal, so it's not going to be enough. And Brexton will zip in, get another kill, and there it is. Basically a full team wipe from Dire. It has helped the net worth a little bit. They're now only 10,000 behind instead of more. But I still think it's going to be a bit tough for them. Tim is rushing Abyssal Blade. Really wants to prioritize a little bit more lockdown. Maybe for mobile here, it's like Brex. But can the Dire make anything out of the Radiant Heroes being killed? They can't take Roche. They still have tier 1 towers to take. They're maybe going to start a tier 1 tower mid push. But then you've got Darkseer, who's not a great hero for pushing towers. Creeps, no problem. Punching heroes, not great. They can't bring Veteran down, but he is absolutely safe to TP in mid. Interestingly, Tom got a lot of experience from that. Level 17, so did Brex. So the Dire team definitely closed the gap on XP. In fact, never mind, let's just have a look. Owen's in trouble, tries to get the Meteor Hammer off, gets stunned, cancelled by the Vacuum as well. They find yet another kill. The experience difference is barely 2,000, whereas the gold difference is more like 9,000. So definitely Radiant winning when it comes to gold. But XP, it's pretty close. Brex nearly level 18 himself. Gives him, is that the only way the Remnant scales in damage? Well, up to 300 damage per Remnant now. So if he wants to use all 3 Remnants, that is 900 magic burst, which is not bad. It's quite a lot. And you've got nearly level 18 on the Wraith King, which makes his ultimate go from a 2-minute cooldown to a 40-second cooldown. So he definitely wants to get that ASAP. Ollie nearly has the Aghanims too, which makes Iron Shell a much better ability. It has 2 charges, 20 seconds more duration. So you can end up with sort of 4 Iron Shells or even 5 Iron Shells on your team. Also, it gives you 350 health when you have Iron Shell on that target. So lots of benefits there.
Bottom tower is under attack. I feel sad for them. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen, and I don't mean in love.
Some circles being drawn by Owen, trying to signal his team something about his own team's jungle. Radiant still have a massive lead. They need to do something with it. Maybe they should consider pushing. Whole Dire team are together. They recapture their own outpost. 2 minutes left to defend it, and they'll get the experience from it.
Haste.
And the Radiant have decided we're going to push the last tier 2 tower, which we haven't. More Meteor Hammer from Owen. Royce is here with the Death Laser and the Orb of Corrosion. Minus 9 armor on the tower. Has gone down. Are they going to try for the high ground? They don't realise that the Dire team are actually kind of all over the place. Veteran taking quite a lot of magic burst, maybe more than he was expecting. Power of the Oracle. Oh, Draken's been found. Shaq comes on top of him. Owen manages to get the ult. The whole Tom in place. I think Tom is going to go down here. There's no way he escaped. First life has gone. Is anyone to save him for the second life? Tim has actually gone straight into his ultimate. Out comes the false promise, but I cannot see enough healing being put onto Tom. They're even going to drop the death ward. They've dropped basically everything onto him. But Tim still has a little bit of duration in his ult. Decided to go for 3 seconds more Rolling Thunder duration, which is usually a bit of an unusual pick. It looks like Owen is not in his chair at all. Yeah, he's left. But they didn't pause. He's just literally standing there. I'm not entirely sure why. Now you can have a chair camera. There's the pause. They finally realised that he's gone. Phone and answering door. And Owen is back. Didn't want to pause mid-team fight. Fair enough. Well, anyway, the Radiant team are allowed to do a bit of that because they're quite far ahead. Have a look at some of the KDAs. 9-3, 5-1, and 5-6-10 on Give It Surprise. Double Iron Shell, making the creeps a bit tankier. Ollie does have the Aghanims now. He's already used the wall. He didn't really get much out of it. Vacuum's coming up in 3 seconds, so he can vacuum people into the wall. Bastion's just going to walk straight into it. Doesn't seem to care a lot. Here comes the Meteor Hammer. And it looks like the melee racks are going to go down. Quite a fair bit of damage going on to the Radiant team. Nice use of Load Sword to reflect, but Royalty nearly goes down. He does have the BKB. They really want to take the melee racks. Looks like they're not able to. The Dire are quite good at defending their base. Just the power of Brex basically spamming out as much damage as he can. Same with Jabate, the two heroes at base defense.
I'll take that.
The Radiant need to work out how to push their advantage. Roche may respawn in 5 seconds, so they have that option. They could choke out the map a bit more if they wanted to. But I'm sure they want to start hitting the towers and hitting the racks. I mean, PA is quite far ahead of the Wraith King. 4,000 ahead. Has the BKB Deso and Battle Fury. So main items have been completed. Them just deleting some skeletons. But they will come back to life. They will try again. Full Abyssal Blade on Tim.
The Radiant's bottom tower has seen better days.
Ollie doing just a little bit of split pushing in the bot lane. That's the power of the double Iron Shell. Oh, but in the second that I look bot, Roids immediately ran in and managed to get a kill. Double damage on a Phantom Assassin. It's always going to hurt. He went for the -3 armor corruption talent, so he can remove a lot of armor from the enemy team. Double damage has been dispelled by Jabate. The melee racks are so low. In the meantime, they're starting to make some work on the tier 3 tower here. They have a catapult. Roids has the armor corruption. They're taking 12 armor off that tower. That's going to help the catapult hit it quite hard. Do we have the wall vacuum? We do. Veteran taking a fair bit of damage. Are we going to go in? Yep, here comes the vacuum wall, but it only goes on one person. Roids, he just blinks in. Trying to get a kill onto Brex. And out comes the Kinder Surprise, doing massive damage with his ward. Owen keeping everyone in place using his ultimate. And Tim, he is just bouncing around, disrupting the back lines. Tom has already died, come back to life. Doing quite a lot of damage here, but I don't think it's enough. And they did not manage to kill Roids, and that was the main thing. Buyback from Ollie. You do have buyback ready from Kinder, but he's not sure if he wants to commit to it. Because I don't think they can win the team fight with those numbers. Yes, ultimates have been used by the Radiant team, but Phantom Assassin doesn't have an ultimate. Timbersaw has no cooldown. There is going to be a buyback now. Trying to do as much damage as they can to Brex. Tim, got to be careful, get stunned. Nice use of Lotus Orb. Nearly died, actually has to use the Abyssal Blade. Is still going to go down. They killed Roids as well. Roids died to Tom. Tom, he's just going to come back to life because Reincarnate has such a low cooldown. Looks like Kinder's in a little bit of trouble as well. They have the sentry, so they will be able to see him. Massive defense from the Dire. I think that's a dead veteran as well. He has no mana. He gets brought down. Now they're chasing the last remaining survivor of the Radiant team, which happens to be Owen. He's going to get off a last final attempt at Meteor Hammer, and he will go down. So it's a full team wipe. However, they have lost one melee rack. They didn't actually even lose the melee racks here. So really, they're only one melee racks down, but their base is looking a little bit barren in a way. Tower's gone, range rack's gone. And they still need to get through a mid tower with 1400 HP, and the Radiant have a glyph. So it's still looking a little bit difficult. Roche is up, so this would be a chance to take Roche, which is going to help. Just please don't put the Roche onto Wraith King. Put it onto a different hero. Maybe put it onto the Ember Spirit. And that is an easy uncontested Roche because the entire Radiant team are pretty much dead. And there it is.
The Radiant should really do something about that middle tower. Fortification in place.
Finally, they're going to take down the mid-tier 1 tower 34 minutes into the game. The Dire need to not think, though, that they are far ahead. Yes, it's only 12,000 gold behind now, and they have proved that they can win a fight. They've got to be a little bit careful this far outside their base. Double damage is up for a little bit longer. Tom did take the Aegis, which I'm not a massive fan of, because Wraith King already can come back to life. Rex, he's in a little bit of trouble. He gets ulted by Owen, but then does pop the BKB. Royd's trying to get a kill. Does he pop his own BKB? Yes, he does. The vacuum only gets one hero, but Royd's, he's actually just going down. Picks into Jabate and instantly kills him. Royd's cannot man-fight the Tom, but Tom is just being crowd-controlled by so many stuns. Tim just rolling around, bouncing it. Nice blink up by Royce, but it looks like he still might go down. He is very low, dying to the Wraithfire Blast. And Royce will go down to the fire damage from Brex. He's actually a lot squishier than I thought. This is massive from the Dire. Already managing to find 2 kills. Can they get any further kills? Looks like the Radiant team have dispersed, with Kinder going top and Tim going out. So massive fight from the Dire team. But then the Radiant will pick up another kill as a veteran slaughters Drekken. So they prove that they can kill this Phantom Assassin even through the BKB. I take it back. Maybe the Dire don't need to be so defensive. Tom is so much stronger than I thought. I would assume that a Wraith King would struggle against Phantom Assassin, but he doesn't even have a lot of armor. But I guess sitting there with the Assault Cuirass, he's got more armor than 8 plus 8. It's a bit bugged because obviously he's got plus 15 from that, but it only says 8 plus 8. It is actually more than that. Really impressive play. But Tim doing a lot of damage to Ollie. Uses the roll up. Rolling Thunder. It's now ready. Is he going to use Rolling Thunder? Flamethrower onto Tom. That's a slow. He has the Aegis as well, so it's going to take quite a while to bring this hero down. Really, they should look for other kills and maybe not focusing on the Wraith King. But they'll take Wraith King down for a second time. Tim starting his roll. They put the Death Ward up already, starting it a little bit too early. Roll will go through Brex, he's in the BKB. Tom actually does manage to just run away. And Brex, he's got the cheese and he's in the BKB. So he's going to be fine. He gets stunned. Actually gets altered the range. Owen with the absolute perfect overgrowth. Brex does just use the cheese. So he is going to be fine. He does have a remnant to go to. But you've got the cheese out of them at least. And you have the Aegis. So the Roche advantage has disappeared. Net worth lead is still in Radiant's favour, despite all of those fights just happening there.
I'll take that.
So it's still a little bit tough for a Dire. They are behind, but they have proved that they can win a team fight and it is possible to take down Roids. Roids is a lot squishier than he thinks. 2,100 HP, only 18 armor. It really is an assassin hero, Phantom Assassin. Lots of evasion, but Wraith King went for first item MKB. So it's having no problem hitting through it. And of course, Brex doing high amounts of damage with his Sleight of Fist, Searing Chains and Flame Guard. What talents did he go for? Flame Guard, Damage Absorption, Searing Chains Duration. He went for Spell Amplification. I never feel like that really does a lot on Ember Spirit. Because I don't feel like it amplifies the damage coming out from Sleight of Fist. You don't do a lot of damage with the rest of your spells anyway. 8% feels a bit lackluster for level 20, but there you have it. Ollie just running around. Has this full Shiver's Guard now. It's quite impressive. Vax having to go back to defend the base. Radiant team kind of just wandering up and down. It's like they're not entirely sure what they should be doing with their time now. Radiant team have smoked. Looks like they are hunting the enemy team, but just farming in the enemy jungle. Roids, of course, has Blur, which is like his own smoke, but one that allows him to auto-attack creeps. Nearly level 25. Triple dagger or 7% crit chance on the crit. Both very strong talent options. Looks like they are heading top. Don't think you'll bring down Ollie that quickly. He has a lot of armor. They're going to try. Any crits? There's one crit. Immediately Jabate throws out his ult just to keep Ollie alive. That is a long cooldown, 80-second cooldown. Okay, it's not that long, but if they want to fight again, it means they won't have the big save ready to go. One-shotting that creep wave. I think the full Abyssal Blade is practically ready. Yep, there it is. Abyssal Blade for the Phantom Assassin. That will help Roids take down any key heroes. Especially Brex. Brex went for a Ghost Scepter. Owen, just channeling the Meteor Hammer, manages to get it off. However, the power of the Iron Shell's already killed the entire creep wave. Bim, nice dodge of the stun using the roll up. BKB on demand with a 50-second cooldown. 30-second cooldown. Veteran with the Bloodstone now going for Heart. He wants to get as much regen as he possibly can. Look, the Iron Shell and the power of the Sleighted Fist. Very strong for defending. It's quite a passive game. The Radiant want to push, but they're just struggling to. Oh, there's the Reflect. Reflects the Ignite as well. Tom now with the Blink Dagger. Owen's not even there. Owen is elsewhere. Has the not Lotus Orb, the Solar Crest though. Healing up his towers. They're all on nearly full HP anyway. Radiant are still sort of wandering around back and forth. Roche will potentially respawn in 35 seconds. They could always wait for that. It's a game that's gone very passive, however. Much more passive than I thought it would be.
Double damage.
Lots of really nice neutral items. Bell Prism, Penta-Edged Sword. Just waiting for some action to finally take place. Look at the damage going on to Brex. Abyssal Blade used. We had double damage found on the Roids, and that is going to be a kill. He does have buyback. If he doesn't use it, he will be dead for a whole 2 minutes. I think those tips maybe slightly unnecessary. Triple Stifling Dagger doing a lot of damage. Can we get the kill instantly on Jabate? Oh, yes, we can. That's a massive kill, and he does not have the buyback ready to go. Now we're trying to get another kill on the support. Draken keeping himself alive with the Ghost Scepter. Tom, he's just being permanently stunned. That cast bouncing again and again and again. Now Tim's just bouncing around, stunning him yet again. And Royce, he's managed to kill both the supports already. Tom is going to go down, and I think they're going to be able to burst him straight after this. They get more stun onto him. Yeah, that will be a kill onto Tom. We do not have buyback. Brex used the buyback, but there's no buyback on Tom. This might be the final kill. Tim goes down because he takes a little bit too many tower hits, but Brex doing a lot of damage. Royce actually has to be careful. He doesn't have the BKB. And there is another buyback. Finally, actually enough gold came in for Tom, so he was able to buy back. And it looks like they will be able to defend the base because every hero on the Radiant died apart from Veteran and Roids. But the buybacks are saving them. They lost just the range racks there. Actually still kept the melee racks in the mid lane. Dire team really holding on for their dear life.
Regeneration.
The Radiant's bottom tower has seen better days.
The Dire are really taking the name of the game seriously, Defense of the Ancients. They are doing everything they can to survive and just managing to do it as well. When the BKB goes down on Roids, he really is a lot weaker, and they are able to control him and kill him. The 1v1 tournament's already happened, hasn't it? Or is already happening? Yeah, it's already happened.
How low can you get?
Power of the double Iron Shell.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Roche will spawn in 10 seconds. Roids now has a Satanic as well. I think that definitely will help his survivability in these team fights.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
But the Dire, they're going really aggressive. Maybe they're thinking we have to go aggressive. We can't just sit in our base all game or inevitably going to lose, which I think is the correct play. They have one hero level 25, that is Brex, who went for Remnant Charge Restore Time. Doesn't have a lot of damage on Brex. His net worth isn't as high as maybe he'd hope.
precious bunch.
Fulfilled.
Radiant have spotted the Roche is up. Going to go straight for it with the that Solar Crest and Royd's Desolator. They have a lot of minus armor for Roche. And it is therefore going to go down very quickly. It has an Aghanim's on it. A full Aghanim Scepter. That could be quite a good item for Royd's. Tim could benefit from it too. Veteran can do. I think almost every hero on that team can benefit from the Aghanim Scepter. Who are they going to give it to? They're going to give it to Veteran. He's holding on to it. He's not activated it yet. I'm not sure why he's holding it. Is he maybe thinking about giving it to someone else? They're having a discussion. You can tell. He's still holding on to it.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Surely someone's got to make use of this Aghanim Scepter.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Rex
attack.
bought his own Ags.
I feel sad for them.
Double damage rune for the Phantom Assassin. This is a really good chance for the Radiant to have one final fight, especially as there's not a lot of buybacks from the Dire team.
Radiant's
Aghanim's has been used by Timbersaw,
I feel sad for them.
which gives him 2 chakrams. The second one is just called second chakram, which is pretty much exactly the same as the first one. They use quite a lot in that illusion. Being baited up by the illusion escape from Ollie. That's the Abyssal Blade down. And the blur for 25 seconds. Oh, but the Radiant don't seem to care. Ollie got the parallel wall, but only managed to wall one of them. Immediate start onto Tom. He gets instantly killed. You barely even see him alive before he goes down. Now if they can kill Tom again, he gets immediately ulted thanks to Debate Mail. But look at Tim just running up and down, getting a lot of stuns. Royce does have a Satanic, is using it. Doesn't heal himself up, trying to get a kill onto Ollie. Veteran will find the kill. Unfortunately, Tom, he was just permanently controlled. He really needed a BKB this game. Without it, there was very little he can do. Those walls are creating a lot of illusions, but they are managing to live through it. So much healing coming out from Kinder Surprise and Owen. Fair bit of burst going to Tim. Draken's trying to get a kill. Tim will escape. Out comes the Abyssal Blade onto Brex. Double Chakram. Can he escape? Yeah, he does manage to get away with his Aghanims.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Bit of a disarm. You've got to be careful because Royd is looking for the one shot.
Being attacked. Dire has fortified its structures.
Out comes the Glyph. More attempts at killing Brex. Kinder Surprise is very far forward, and that unfortunately is going to be him being killed. I think the game may still be over as one of the tier 4 towers goes down. Tim nearly dies, keeping himself alive with the rollout. Brex using a lot of his Remnant charges. You might get 5 Remnant charges with Aghanims, but he's used most of them. Trying to get a kill on Tim. Tim then immediately Abyssals him. Royce goes in with the second Abyssal. Abyssal into Abyssal. 4 seconds of guaranteed stun. I think Jabate is in a little bit of trouble. Do they have any detection for him though? Manages to get the false promise off on himself, but it's just delaying the inevitable at this point. Tim does manage to find the stun onto Draken. The Ghost Scepter lasts just long enough, as well as the disarm. Veteran gets a kill. Buybacks, but only from the supports. And that is going to be GG. Phantom Assassin has the Aegis anyway, so is not in any danger whatsoever. Finally, the game concludes 48 minutes in. And there it is. The Dire, they did a great job at holding on. Looks like a little bit of revenge for the Radiant team, which is quite nice, seeing as they lost the first game. And it was pretty tough for them. But this time their draft managed to pull through. It was all about the Phantom Assassin getting fed, as I said. And Royce managed to do that. He got the Battle Fury quite early, kept farming, managed to assassinate the supports in the team fight, and they did go for 2 Abyssal Blades, allowing them to shut down Brex in the later game. The Dire team tried well, but alas, it was not quite enough. You see a few dips where they really did some good defending, especially between sort of 35 and 45 minutes, where they sort of didn't go any further behind in the goal. They were actually ahead in experience, even at 40 minutes in, but there were too many racks behind, and ultimately they could not win. So GG, 2 good games.